everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have another unboxing video of a Beatles Deluxe edition. Thankfully it's another one that I managed to find sealed. It's not being produced anymore. And this one is Let It Be. Stick around. Let's see what we got in there. Okay. No. Okay, it's pretty well wrapped. The box away. Okay. See what we have. Oh, upside down again, like salt and pepper. So yeah, as we can see, this is completely sealed. It has the hype sticker there. Remove this wrapping paper. See the bubble wrap. There we go. Very nice. So for Let It Be, as I did for Abbey Road, you might recall from a previous video, I tried to keep the stretch wrap, the outer stretch wrap, on the box as much as possible. So kind of bent it inside and used little pieces of tape to keep it in, to also keep the hype sticker on. I'll keep it as much as possible to protect the box. At some point, if it, you see, it's already kind of coming out. If it will not stick, then I will just take it out at some point. But for now, I'm gonna keep it. So let's see the contents in here. We have the book. The book, of course, has the pictures on it, and then you can use the windows that were cut from the box. It's a an inventive way to do the packaging of this album. I like the quality of the packaging. So the box is really good. It's not glossy, but it has a very specific. I'm not sure if it's really visible. It has a sort of a pattern on it that you can see if you look closely. Of course, the spine with the name of the album and the backside with the contents of each disc. It looks good. The one thing that I don't like about it is the fact that it's built like a book more than like an LP set, which was the case for all of the others, even Abbey Road, were in the full, let's say, format of an LP box set. So this one will be just different in shape than all of the others. If you put them on a shelf or anything, it's going to be short. I think the white album might be the same way, but I will have to see when I get it. And anyway, this is the book, white cover. Again, pictures of the band. A foreword by Paul McCartney, an introduction by Giles Martin, who was also the one who, of course, is doing all of these remixes. We have some words also by Glenn Jones, which was the original person to work on producing this album, although of course his work was then put aside for Phil Spector to take over, and now Giles Martin is doing this remix. And we also have the Let It Be Naked version, which appeared a few years back, that was vetted by Paul McCartney. And then of course we will have pictures, details about the recording. We have some pictures here from that were also part of the Get Back documentary, and of course the Let It Be documentary of that time, with the rooftop concert on Apple Studios building. And then, again, pictures from recordings. This one is a picture from Twickenham Studios, so before they went to the Apple Studio. This one from the rooftop concert, and so on and so forth. Of course, if you buy this, you'll be able to go through all of it. Content-wise, it seems like this book, because of this scrapbook method that they used to design it, has less content, or it just seems like less content than some of the previous books, but it still should be an interesting read, and it should be a good companion for the Get Back documentary. Now here we have a flyer. This is advertising the Get Back documentary book, and this is actually this set. That's really interesting. And the discs, which are housed in this, again, interesting booklet. This one folds 3 times, which is interesting. Not sure if you can see all of them. Okay, we'll just go through them really fast. Again, this style of discs in quite flimsy cardboard, light cardboard sleeves, and then put in these pockets. Don't enjoy it that much, but that's what we have. This is the new mix done by Giles Martin, the original album. This time versus I think the other ones, the Sgt. Pepper and Abbey Road, they had a top cut to the sleeve where the disc came out. This one has a lateral cut, but again with the Apple logo. Now what's interesting in here, of course, aside from the mix that Giles Martin did, is this one, which is the Get Back LP, first time on CD. So basically this was the album that was supposed to be. Let It Be came afterwards, but this was actually the original album, which was supposed to be mixed by Glyn Jones and launched as Get Back, with this, of course, this legendary photograph that they took at the same place where they took the photos for their first album, which was Please Please Me. This was never launched, of course, and then Phil Spector came in and then they launched Let It Be after they had broken up, basically. Let's see how the disc looks for this one. It's the half Apple. If you haven't seen the documentary, I totally recommend it. It's a very, very good documentary made by Peter Jackson, which really gives you an in-depth look of what happened during the recordings for this album, and it looks quite good, it sounds quite good. Now, what we have here, of course, 2 discs with the sessions, the recording sessions, part of which you will also see in that documentary. For this one, they used a very specific label, which I like, that they, I think, have used for other session CDs in other editions that we will see in future videos. With this, you know, printed text that looks like it was a typewriter type of font, which is quite a nice touch. This will be the case for this one as well. I'm assuming I'm not going to open it. Now, because I brought this out, see, you know, this is really flimsy. Like you're putting this in and it already cuts into this cardboard. For the price tag that these have, you thought they could have sprung for better digipacks or something. Now, this is something that I saw other people really trash, the fact that they have this this EP, sorry, version of a CD. Of course, it's a CD with 4 tracks, so you consider it to be wasted space. But for me, I really like this. I really like having these EPs because I didn't buy them at the time. I will not buy them on vinyl. And it's kind of nice to have a replica of what an EP or sometimes a single would have been like, both with the label and the content as well. And this is quite nice. It includes Don't Let Me Down and Let It Be, with new mixes of the original single versions of these songs. Okay, and the last one is the Blu-ray. Just gonna take it out fast. I think this one has the red Apple logo. Yeah, that's why I wanted to take it out, just to show it. The red Apple logo for the Blu-ray mixes, the Dolby Atmos 5.1 and so on, surround mixes that you can listen on your Blu-ray player. So the content is good. I like the covers, the way that they look and the way that they chose them, and the way that they chose the content. What again I don't like is the way that they package them, but I guess that's what we have. So we'll just try to enjoy the content, given that the packaging might not be the best. Now, we're gonna put this back in. One nice thing that this has is that you can actually replace this book on the top of the box with this one, and you can actually have an alternate sort of cover for this set, right? It will fit in exactly the same way, and I'm gonna just show it to you, which is, you know, that one is an interesting touch. I'm not sure why they didn't use the full LP size. It would have been even better, but I guess this works as well. So you can put this in, you can put the flyer back in, and then you can put the discs sort of like this, and it will be like an alternate cover of the album. Thank you again for joining us today. I hope you had a nice time. If you did, next time we're gonna have Revolver, so stick with us. If you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe and the like buttons, and let us know in the comments how you feel about these anniversary editions or deluxe editions of the Beatles albums. Thank you again for joining us. See you next time.